Hi and welcome to the first part of my video review of KINGrinder's new models, namely P0, P1 and P2. Usually I spend several weeks or even a month with an equipment before publishing a review. However, this time, after publishing the unboxing video of these guys, I found a significant interest and decided to make it step by step this time. So in this first video I would like to start with comparing them with each other, as well as with their main competitor models, one Espresso QAir, my review is here by the way, and Timemore Chestnut C3. I will also run several Espresso tests on the finest possible grind settings to see how they work for unpressurized espresso, and QAir sieves will help me to make this review more unbiased. So let's start, and first of all, you probably already know something about them because they are already on the market, both on Amazon, on AliExpress, all the links are somewhere below. You know that they are cheap, ultra budget I would say. They made of plastic, only the body made of plastic, but the internal parts are metal, that's why they're cheap. And also they are very similar between each other, only the book design differs. Indeed, that's true. I even had to make these stickers, make these notes, so you and me could easily distinguish it. And inside they are almost identical. Indeed, I will show you now. Only the burrs differs. So they have very classical adjustment system. That's the rotary knob, 30 clicks per round, 2 or 2.5 working rounds. So it gives us about 60 to 75 working steps of adjustment. Oh, sorry, I have some pins inside. I would put it there. So the P0, right, it has 5-star shaped burr set. Let's look on P1. It goes with a 6-star shaped burr set. And P2, finally. Yes, this cost $22, $33 and $44. Extremely cheap. It goes with 7-star. P2 goes with 7-star shaped burr set, just like one Espresso QAir. So, I would say more. They differ only by the lower burr design, because the external burr, upper burr, is all the same again. And the plastic is identical, all the parts are identical, but the metal part inside is uniform, so it's one metal part, because there were some rumors over the internet, on the Reddit probably. They assume that it has two different metal parts independently connected to plastic body, but that's not true. It's uniform parts, so the plastic body itself should really not influence the grind quality. And by the way, all the parts are interchangeable. For example, you can put this burr into this grinder and vice versa, etc. So if you will decide to make some upgrade or make some one Frankenstein grinder, that will work. So I already made some tests on the QAir sieves, and I took the espresso diapason from 400 microns till the 700 microns, and P0 and P2, right? Yes, P0 and P2 shows best results. So from 70% to 80% of the grind by weight falls into this diapason. So it's quite consistent grind, with good results. P1 is a bit coarser, from 60 to 70%, but still it's much better than the one Espresso QAir, their main competitor. And if you talk about the dust, these parasitical small coffee particles below 400 microns, which was the main problem with one Espresso QAir, we have zero or almost zero on these grinders. So far, on the paper, these grinders seems to be very good, with good consistency for espresso. And let's check it in the real life. Let's try to brew espresso, and let's assemble it again. Yes, by the way, pay attention to this part because it should be placed with an arrow upwards, outwards, not vice versa. So let's find minimal possible grind settings. I think it's somewhere here. Let's take our coffee. Should be good. Yes, by the way, the bunker capacities is 20, 22 or something like that, both for upper bean hopper and both for container for ground coffees. Okay, I think this is enough. I would like to remind you that we are testing the finest possible grind settings on the cheapest one, the P0. Oh, no, that's not enough. Let's continue. Okay, finally, 16 grams. Yeah, now it's okay. And let's temp it. I really think it's too fine, but let's check. Let's remove it, please. Yeah, it's too fine. You see, it clogged the basket, the unpressurized basket. The $22 grinder. That sounds very good. Let's test it on the more coarser settings. For example, let's make it, where is our P0? P0 is here. How much should we add? Let's add 3 clicks, for example. 1, 2, 3. Oh, even 4. Let's make 4. It will also help to understand us how precise grind adjustments are. Oof. But that's the finest possible settings, so on the normal settings it should be much faster, of course. That's the case of any hand grinders. Another cup, another 16 grams. I still think it's too much fine, but let's check. Yeah, it goes, but it's still too fine. So could you imagine the potential of the $22 coffee grinder? Fantastic. It's too fine. Let's move it for 3 more clicks. Oops. And now it goes well. Just what I wanted. 7 clicks from the start. I will stop my test for today, for this video. And so far, what could I say? That's the correct balance. I can say that if I will not find any giant, big, serious drawbacks of that grinders, then it's gonna be like a new page, new era, like really revolutionary thing in the world of hand coffee grinders or manual coffee grinders. Because really, like several months ago, you could not imagine that you will buy the $22 coffee grinder that could do espresso grind for unpressurized espresso. And this one does. And I have really no question for this. I had much more question for Timemore or for One Espresso. From the first point of view, sounds too good to be true, so I will continue my investigation, my tests. I will share it with you surely, but if you already own these grinders or this grinder or this grinder, please share in comments, because I'm really curious, really interested, and it could be the big thing of 224. Bye.